Ah, sweet. So we're actually live. So welcome to Imperial Companion's first Google Hangout. So what we're doing is we are looking for ways to enlarge our students' territory, right? So we're looking for ways to also increase their success. So let me kind of give you a snapshot of who Imperial Companion is and what we do. And so I'm really, really excited to share this with you guys. And I'm really excited to have the students involved and incorporate their near-term goals and long-term goals, and also to learn about Google Hangouts. Okay, so what we do is we support students. We help them create productive pathways to adulthood, right? So whatever that means. So it goes from employment to housing, to relocation, to supports with family dynamics and interpersonal relationships and all of these other things, right? So it's our job as a member of Imperial Companions, it's my job to help students create, maintain, develop in creative, productive, successful pathways to adulthood, right? We do typical ed, special ed, you name it. But our focus has really been on, to date, has been on inner city youth, right? And so that's kind of been where we've noticed the most need. Like as we were doing our research and all of that good stuff, we've kind of shot our arrow directly to the areas that have the most need, and hence here we are. So, or hence the Google Hangout. So, okay, so so I don't know. So right now we don't have any viewers. It's the very first time. It's December 10th. It's 9:49 in the morning. I have been summoned to the mailroom here at our high school, and or one of the high schools that we support. And hopefully in the future, we'll be doing this out of the classroom. So this is what we're doing. We are literally going to test Google Hangouts and see how they can. So there's this theory. So let me kind of back up. There's this theory that says have a Q. Okay, hold on real quick. So we're learning, so kind of bear with me. It says showcase featured items, have a Q&A session with your audience, launch the questions app. So let's launch it, right? To have live Q&A sessions with your viewers, increase audience engagement, because that's really important to us. Like we want engagement. Okay. Okay, my screen changed a little bit, but shouldn't be a big deal, I guess. I don't see anything because I don't have any viewers, right? Okay, launch the Showcase app to share links with your... Okay, so I think we're good. Learn more about how to... Okay. All right. So anyway, there's this theory that says, so I think that was a good point about engagement. Engagement is really important, right? So we're trying to figure out ways to not only get our students engaged, but keep them engaged. And we have this whole student-driven process that really sets them up for that, for success in that post-school world, right? So that's our mission. Okay, so there's this whole theory that's kind of out there in that social media ether that says Google Hangouts will make learning more engaging and more personalized for the students. And we know that person-centered approaches and person-centered just is best practice, right? If something is, if you're the driving force of a particular thing, 9 times out of 10 you'll kind of dive right in the middle of it. And that's what we're looking for our guys to do, right? Okay. So we're testing this whole theory. Right? It's the first video. It's the first Hangout. It's the first time we've ever done this. We will, as we move forward, incorporate the students, and I'll talk more about that in just a minute. We will include administrators. We will do the whole nine. And we also have different small businesses that we partner with, so we'll include them. But the large and amazing picture that I see for our Google Hangouts is to bring, you know, the globe to West Philadelphia, right? Or to bring the globe to Southwest Philadelphia, or just to bring the globe to Philadelphia, right? Like, that's to the students in Philadelphia. Like, that's our mission. Students that need our supports, like, that's what we're going to do. So, okay, so we're testing all of this, right? I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. We have one viewer, right? So that's really exciting. Hello to the one viewer. I can't really see you. I don't know where you are or what's happening, but welcome. Okay, so we're testing this whole theory, okay? We are then saying, okay, how this will increase the mobility of our students, which, as we know, mobility increases opportunity, and, you know, just everything is kind of interdependent, right? Okay, so we are actually going to do a couple of different things. And so, as I've kind of already described, our mission is to help students create a successful pathway to adulthood, productive and successful and effective, and all of those, you know, wonderful buzzwords, right? So, and we also are looking to have our students we're also looking for our students to the shiny thing in the room, but we're also looking to help them become successful adults, and whatever that means to them, right? Okay, so I jotted down a couple of different things that we're going to, that I hope Google Plus will kind of help us in, right? Okay, so I've got a whole list of everything that we are. Sir, are you good? Okay. Are you got the lit notes? No, I do not. You don't like no. Where are you? I can't reach you a hall pass. 221. Where are you? Hello, sir. Okay. Now you know I'm live, right? I'm doing a live broadcast right now. You want to say hello? No. No, you don't want to say hi? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So what time is it? It's 9:55. Even though, dude, like, I left you like 10 minutes ago, but room 221. 221. Okay. Do you think that this will work? Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me put my name here. Okay. So I will see you after this, though, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So what we're doing is we are, so we've got a whole list of stuff that we're doing. So we have so this is our hope, right? So I want to kind of get on track mentally, right? So our projects, right? We have a lot of projects that are going on. So we do what's called a transition plan. So we have all sorts of after school, out of school time projects that are going on. So hoping to kind of connect to students in and during those hours outside of school is going to be really, really key for us. So we're really excited about that. So through Google Hangouts, we can share Google Documents, we can help with senior projects, we can work on resumes, we can work on applications, we can produce peer-driven work groups, we can produce all sorts of out of school time, different activities, right? So, and then we can also have our hours of operation can be online. So if we are in a different part of the state, we can still be accessible to our students in whatever the timelines for these transition plans are. So we're really, really stoked about it. The other thing with Hangouts is that we can record discussions, right? So this is going to be on the YouTube page, and we can kind of share it as needed, you know, all that good stuff. So the next thing that we're going to be kind of observing and watching closely to kind of see, once again, remember, it's all about engagement. It's all about keeping our guys. It's about hitting the mark, right? We want to make sure that we're spot on for those next steps. And so we also want to watch closely what happens when we invite like remote guests, right? So we can have experts from all over the country to kind of join in. And so I've got a couple of things right now. So I'd love for us to be able to do informational interviews with people such as social workers, physical therapists, you name it. Like we have our student body right now is very diverse with what their long-term goals are. Realtors, like, so we're looking to have guest, you know, experts, writers, other teachers from around the globe to kind of come in, join us, and talk with us. So we're going to be watching that really closely. And we want to see, because remember, it's about outcomes, right? So we also want to see if this actually produces the kind of outcomes that we're looking for, right? Okay. So, and we can also have this very mobile kind of Q&A thing for our students, right? So all of them, you know, have a tendency to be on their phone and doing all of those things. And so what better way to kind of connect if you have a question. So we're going to watch that too. The other thing is we're going to expand our network, right? We're also going to build the social capital that's necessary for successful adulthood, right? So that's really, really important to who we are and what we do. We can't do anything that we do without the partnerships and the communities kind of opening their arms and saying, "We're ready to help," all of that good stuff. It's really, really important to us. So we're going to be doing that as well. So under that whole expanding our network, there are a couple of other things that we're going to hopefully use Google Hangouts as. So we're going to use them to find mentors and start creating healthy relationships between mentors and students. We're also going to be connecting with other transition coordinators around the world, right? So we're going to be doing that. So other people that are kind of doing what we're doing, how are you doing that? What seems to work? What isn't working? What have you found that?
Saeed Draper, please report to the main office. Saeed Draper, please report to the main office.
What is beneficial, what's not beneficial, right? So we wanna kind of do that too. We want to look into all of that. So the other thing is the professional connection. So we want to make sure that as we're looking at what other people are doing, that we can keep this running kind of dialogue about hey, this is what we just tried, and let me tell you the tremendous result. Or, oh my God, this is what we tried and we just totally botched it up, man. Let me tell you what we believe went wrong and what we're going to change. So we want to make sure that we have professional connections that allow us to grow and develop, right? So that's really, really key, because we want to continue Imperial Companions. We want to make sure that we're continuing to assess ourselves and kind of really take a look at what we're doing and making sure that it's sound, right? Okay. So we also want to connect with different teams. So that kind of goes in, and this is what I, was brainstorming with. I always find a piece of paper and I'm just jotting stuff down. So you know, so if you kind of go to my office or my home, you'll find like all of these little, you know, pieces of paper. It drives my wife crazy. So, okay, so so join different discussion groups, right? So we want to make sure that we also share, that we add value to the community. Right. So we want to make sure that we connect with we join different discussions, that we are a part of, not that we're actively participating in the community. So that's really important to us. Okay, so the next thing is different meetups. So we want to make sure that we're participating in meetups, and hello, sir, and that we're sharing ideas. So I've kind of, all of these kind of go into each other. But the other really exciting thing that I'm going to be watching as we do, I feel like I have like a booger or something, but so the other really, really exciting thing that we're going to be doing is finding native speakers, right? So we have, you know, if we're in a school that has a really heavy African population, we want to find people that, you know, may speak French or their particular dialect or whatever it is, right? Because we know that, you know, it will build confidence, right, for them to kind of be able to speak in their native tongue, and then kind of translate that into, kind of connect the dots, right? Not necessarily translate it into something, but, you know, connect the dots, right? Saying, so anyway, we want to do that because I feel like that would build confidence, and that falls into our mentorship, right? So, you know, this is the first thing that comes to my mind about Google Hangouts is it's like this virtual pen pal, you know, in a very insanely creative pen pal, right? And it has the visual elements. Professionally, I think sky is the limit with it. And so I'm really excited about what this can do for our students and getting them involved. So we're really, really excited about it. I'm glad that like we had one viewer. Thank you so much for joining us. And I don't know like who the viewer is, or because I don't see like a way to kind of click. So I don't see how to do that just yet, because all the things about how all of this works is that there's supposed to be like these little boxes kind of in front, but I don't see the boxes. I'm so glad that like Google is doing this. I mean, on the, you know, my Economist magazine that I got for, was it for December? I think it was December because November was the prediction for 2015. And then, so anyway, you know, they were talking about should the government step in and kind of chisel at Google. But, you know, I think you guys are doing great works. And so I really look forward to seeing if Hangouts really produces the outcomes for our students that we are hoping for. So thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again. So I imagine that we'll probably do this a few times a week. I don't know exactly what the schedule will be, but we'll keep you posted. So anyway, thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining the Imperial Investigation. I realized that I can give some contact information too, right? So if you have any questions, so our office number is 267-607-3151. You can call the office and we can kind of help you out or connect in some way, because that's really, yeah. So imperialcompanions@gmail.com is another way that you can check out what's happening and what's going on with us. So we will speak to you soon. And we're also on Twitter. We're at I Am Companions on Twitter. And our webpage is like really long. I don't know what it is, but it's like Imperial Community Companions.wix.com/ Imperial COM, companion, something. Anywho, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.